Hi, Joe. How are you today?
I'm really well, thank you, Cindy. How about you?
I'm good. And you're awake, and it's like what, 11:30 at night there?
But I'm telling myself it's Friday night, and so in another time I would have been just heading out to the clubs. But normally I'm like 3 hours already been in bed.
Wow.
But I wanted to come and see you, Cindy. That's why I agreed to it. I was like,
I'm
no.
I'm so excited that you did because we
Oh,
all need
thank
to hear
you.
we all need to hear your story. And I haven't gone back to watch a lot of your videos because I wanted this to be my first time hearing you.
That's a brilliant
Your
idea.
your picture. I'll just go through the chat real quick. Brian, he's here.
Hi,
Good evening,
Brian.
everyone. Thank God it's Friday is right. Lynn is here saying hi, Cindy, Joe, Brian, and all. And then
Hello.
she says what I was going to comment on. More amazing pictures, Joe, after 18 weeks of carnivore. You go. You're doing good. So and on that note, I know you're doing the Mounjaro.
Yes. So I've got
You're also
Manjaro.
doing carnivore.
No, I'm doing more keto, because
Okay.
I'm allowing myself the fibrous, not fibrous, the vegetables with fiber in, so not starchy vegetables, but the
Mhm.
green fiber ones, and lots of fats.
And you're still focusing on protein though, right?
Oh, 100%.
Because
And
my concern, I don't know a lot about the GLP ones and all that. My concern is what we keep hearing is it tears down your muscle mass is one of
I,
the side effects.
I wonder if that was something before people got on board with the idea of they really need to keep it's protein first. And because I'm a big girl, I'm a fat hefty lass, that I always have 150 grams of protein, and I go straight into the animal proteins.
Yes. So you are
Mm.
focusing on protein. That would be my worry for people that are on it. Because we keep hearing this. And like I said, I don't know anything much about it other than what I hear.
I
So
think that was something that was happening in the first years, because I don't think people truly understood the way that the appetite suppression would be. And so if you really don't feel like eating, then maybe they would just have like a cup of soup or something. It's like, no, if you're really struggling to eat, you have to get your protein in by hook or
yes.
by crook. But I must admit, I manage my dosage so that I'm never struggling to eat.
That's good because food is necessary.
100%. And I think
Sometimes, fasting
I
is good too, but yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of fasting, and I do one meal a day. But my one meal a day is 1,400 calories, 150 grams of protein, a whole lot of fat, and a lot of fiber. And so I think what we have to learn is whatever plan we're doing, we have to learn how to eat that is right for your body and right for your health. And keto
Right.
seems to be the answer for most of them, doesn't it? Keto, carnivore, low
Right.
carb. And I'm talking old school low carb. I'm doing low carb, where it's less than 20 grams of
Mhm.
carbohydrates.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically the strict version of keto.
Mm,
When I first started keto, it was 20 total carbs or less, not the net carb business, but 20
no,
total carbs or less. And
no.
that's what I did when I started for a long time.
Did you do the Atkins one then? I did the Atkins
Years
diet.
ago. Yeah, I'm that old.
Me too. I'm 49. I remember
You're
getting that book. I,
you're
I'm,
what?
four, I'm 49 years old, and
Yeah, you're still young.
I'm still a baby.
You're still
Tell my niece that.
I have kids that are 44 and 43.
I'm just
I'm
start calling you Miss.
67, so
I'm calling you Miss Cindy from now on. Then.
you're still young. Anyway, I'm gonna go through this and then we're gonna hear your story from where you started.
Yes,
Pictures year
absolutely.
before and now pictures are wow, it's just phenomenal. Susie had said she's excited to hear your story. Lynn concurs. Holly Springer is here. Hello, Holly. Sean Bradley is here. Hey, Sean. Hey. Jeff Foltz is here. They're just kind of saying hello to everybody.
And Jeff was listening and walking. Very well done.
Yes, listening and walking. Lisa is here. Hi, Cindy, Joe, and everyone.
Hi, Lisa.
Ooh. No, Thomas is here. Target Prime Rib. Hi, Thomas. And Rockin' Keto Amy is here. And Lisa Marie is here. Hello, hello.
I'm going to wave to everyone. I am sorry. I'm a waver.
You get away. All right. I think I've said hi to everybody that is in here, and they're just saying hi to each other. So, Joe, when you started your weight loss journey, what was your highest weight? Where are you at now? And all the stuff in between.
And all of the stuff in between. How long have we got? Oh my goodness, I could talk for England. Well, let me tell you the truth of the matter. Was I always call myself a big girl, but I've always been happy to be a big girl with curves. But then I think it was September 2020 when the COVID got me. The COVID got me in 2020. And then after 4 weeks of being really unwell with it, I started to feel a little bit better, but things were wrong. And then over between September 20 and April 2025, I put 140 pounds on when I was already a big girl. So wow. I think when I say I was a big girl, I think that would be, I'm trying to do the maths here. I think it would be about 260 pounds. No, that can't be right. 100, right, 350, right. So it would have been 210 pounds. And then I put another 140 on. So wow. I started my journey on the 4th of April of this year. But my big thing for the journey was the fact that I was so unwell and my body was and I knew it. I was saying, I'm not eating much. I'm doing the 1 meal a day. I'm doing keto 1 meal. No, it wasn't keto I was doing then. It was the low carb because I was struggling with my hands. So I couldn't really cut my veg and things. So I was just eating, like chicken. Maybe I would have something like breaded fish. So that was the one caveat to it, really. But I was putting weight on. I was putting £8 a month on, and they were waiting to get diagnoses. Meanwhile, I got diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, fatty liver disease, then asthma, then heart damage, and finally found out I'd got severe sleep apnea. And the study that I had showed that I stopped breathing in that study time 600 times in that one night. So my journey actually started on the 4th of April when I got my Colin, my CPAP machine, the same day I got my GLP-1. And then all of the things that I'd been doing for the last 2 years, the 1 meal a day, the low carb keto, the 1400 calories, suddenly it started working.
Very good. You know, we all have to find what works for us, you know, and it's like, you have to, but so you started out about 350, you started your journey, your weight loss journey.
351.
And where are you at now?
So someone will have to do the maths for me because I'm terrible at maths. I gotcha. I've lost 79 pounds.
79 pounds from 351.
Yes.
So you're at 260. You know what? I'm getting my calculator.
I was going to say, whatever you say it is, Cindy, is what I am. I can't work these things out.
You said you lost 79.
Yes.
What the world is my calculator's got a mind of its own. Mine is 79. 272.
That must be what I'm currently at. Yes.
That's precious. That's awesome.
And I think what I want to get down to, I would like to get down back to the weight. In fact, no, I thought I wanted to get back to the weight I was, but in fact, I think I want to lose another 10 pounds. So I would like to be down to 155. Does that sound right? Again, my maths is
155.
shocking. Yes.
So as a curvy girl, you were at 210.
But now I want to get, oh, right, hold on then. No, that's not right. I want to get 185. That's what I want to get down to because I want to halve my weight. So starting at 351 and want to get down to 185.
You're on your way and you're doing well. You know, you're doing really good. So,
and do you know why I'm doing really well, Cindy? This is what I think my secret is. I stick to the plan. It's the keto. I'm not changed apart from getting more veg in because the GLP-1, actually, the one that I'm on, it helps me with my inflammation because I used to have really bad Raynaud's in my fingers and my toes that I couldn't stand up. Well, now, look at me doing this. Mm-hmm. I'm about to start learning crochet. I wanted to find out to do crochet again because my dexterity is coming back. So yes, I know you've got crochet people in your community that are crocheters. So yes,
yeah, I do too.
Do you do it as well? Fabulous, Cindy. Right, this is it. Hold on, I've got my pen here. Let me make notes now because I need to make sure that I'm watching when you go live with your crochet. Hold on.
Oh, I don't crochet on camera. That is Barbara.
That's
Barbara. Grandma's Crochet Corner. She does that. She's on live every night, which would probably be, I don't know, middle of the night for you.
Will she help me with my crochet questions though?
I'm sure she
have a lot.
There's also, well, that's Facebook. There's a lot of crochet channels on Instagram. Also, just type in crochet and there'll be a ton of them.
There's one I love watching where it's almost, is it called ASMR? I don't know. Where you could just hear her. She does it really fast and you just hear it and it's so therapeutic. Just listen to the.
Yeah. And then there's some that don't say anything and they go too fast. You can't learn that way.
I'm not learning a thing, but I'm loving the sound.
There's a lot of YouTube. You just type in what kind of stitch you want to learn and you can learn it on YouTube.
Right.
There's a lot.
Stitches. Right. That's brilliant. Because now, as I say, the information from the GLP-1, so the GLP-1 has massively calmed down my inflammation, including in my gut, which is originally why I was doing low carb in the first place, because any sort of complex carbohydrates was setting off my digestive system. And no, I tell you, I'm one of those people who I do not want to be spending 2 days on the toilet. I'd rather forever give up cake and all of the sweet treats than have those 2 days wasted on the loo. Excuse my French. My mum will be appalled that I've been mentioning the toilet on YouTube.
It's all good. Josephine's here saying hi.
Hi, Josephine. Josephine's from Australia, isn't she? I
am not sure, actually.
I'm sure I remember seeing that on Dustin's channel when I was in a live watching you. I think that's where we met, Cindy.
Yes, I meet a lot of people in different lives. I just pop in and out sometimes. But yeah, John is here. Peter is here. Papa Carnivore.
Am I right in remembering Papa had a brisket that he was doing the other day?
Oh, me?
I remember you guys
it's so good.
One. Oh,
we smoked. We had a big one on our smoker. I still have some of it in the refrigerator because it's just the two of us, you know.
You were going to invite me over one of these days, aren't you, Cindy?
Yeah, come on to the States. That's it.
I'm going to enjoy me some proper brisket because they do not do it properly over here in the UK. They call it barbecue.
No. We have a barbecue place here in Richmond. I'm in Kentucky, and it's called Sonny's. There's branches other places. There's restaurants other places. You walk in the door and there's a whole wall of wood that just smells phenomenal. It's like, holy yeah. And the meats are just fantastic. But the trick is to get it sliced. Otherwise, it has the barbecue sauce in it. Instead of
Right.
chopped versus sliced, or pulled pork would have the barbecue sauce in it, but sliced does not. And it's all just so
Right.
good. So good.
Because good meat tastes fabulous, doesn't it? You don't need to have
Oh,
all the
it's
fixings if
great.
you've got the good meat.
It's great. Peter said, I just finished my 2-week sales training Facebook class for my new job and start selling tomorrow. Celebrated with a big T-bone steak for dinner with a side of cold butter. Very good.
Right.
Congrats on the new job. And Karen is here from Low Carb Spin, listening on the drive home. Be careful. You want some good recipes, Joe? Low Carb Spin has got a ton.
Do you know what? Somebody said that to me on the live a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember if it was yours or Dustin's. And I went, and it was that one. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's that treat that you guys have in the at Christmas time. And she made it with pork skins. Oh my goodness! I'm so ready to try that one. Oh, can I show you something else?
Yes, you can. She got a waffle maker. She can make some chaffles.
I'm so ready for truffles. And I was hoping to make some for my one meal today. And my eggs were out of date. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I've been waiting for this all week.
Yeah. That's awesome. This is my sister, Deb. Hi, all. Welcome, Joe.
Hi.
Amy says, my sleep apnea was 70. AHI was 70. That is 70 per hour. They woke me up after an hour because it was too dangerous to let me sleep. My husband's was pretty high. So many, yeah, he, like you were saying, 600. His was pretty bad. I don't remember the number, but
can I tell you something that I know you were shocked about when I mentioned it on Dustin's live in the chat. So I did the study because I'm in the UK. We have the National Health Service, don't we? And every person who is employed, they have to put into the National Health Service as part of their income tax sort of things. So I had my study in September 2024, where they actually sent me home with the kit. So where Amy's saying that she was actually in the place and sleeping, no, they sent me home with the kit. And then they called me back on April the 4th, 7 months later, to tell me that my sleep AHI was 85. And then they played the recording, and you can hear me struggling for breath every about 45 seconds.
wow.
And I'm like, you've left me for 7 months not knowing this answer. And because it's not the doctor's fault. There was only one doctor, and on the day that I went in for my study to collect my kit, there was another 7 people before me, and there was only one doctor. So it took them forever to get the results. But my heart is now damaged as well now. And the same time I was having the sleep apnea results coming through, I also had the results from the mobile, because I had to wear the ECG monitor for 7 days. And it said that when I fall asleep at night, my heart would stop beating for up to 4 seconds. And I generally used to go to bed thinking I would die, which it's frightening. And at 49, I was not content, but I'd made peace with it. I thought, this is going to be my lot. I got to this huge stage. I could barely concentrate. I could barely walk. I couldn't walk. I could barely function. And I just thought, this is it. I'm going to be.
And now you're up dancing.
I'm dancing. I've got my cane, so I can still dance. But you know what's even more miraculous, Cindy? The singing. Because if you watch my very first video of my vlogs, and again, I'll be honest with you, I did the vlogs as a log. I've got to call them vlogs, haven't I? I've got to get
A
used to saying
vlog.
it's a vlog, not a vlog. I keep thinking email vlog. But I was doing the vlogs initially for the journaling, but also because I didn't think I would make it. I wanted my young family, so my nephew's children, to be able to see what I actually am like. Because every time that they'd see me in, for family events and things, I'd be sat in a chair, grey coloured, barely able to move, barely able to speak, barely able to stay awake. So really, that was
Wow.
why I wanted them to just see that, you know what, Auntie Jo she has a personality underneath all of this. And if she doesn't make it, at least you will get to know the personality. Well, now you can't box me in anymore, can you?
That's right. That's awesome. So what are the other health benefits? You talked about that. You've got your CPAP, so that's under control.
Yes.
What about the fatty liver and all the other things you mentioned?
So the fatty liver, I'm about to be tested again on the 23rd of this month. My heart blood pressure was still raging. And sadly, because I was so unwell, and I was still working at that time, I kept letting the doctors know every time I would go in for the 6-month routine appointments, and they would do the appointments and take this blood pressure reading that was sky high, even though I was on antihypertensives. But I didn't have the, I didn't have the energy to actually question them and chase them on it. So thankfully, one of the new doctors that arrived at the surgery said, hold on, her blood pressure has been at stage 3 for 3 years, and she's not had anyone review her antihypertensives. So luckily, I've had those now upped, and we think we might have got down to the bottom of the cause of all the issues post-COVID. Aldosteronism.
Really?
Have you guys heard of that one?
I have not.
It's something that I've never heard of. I've asked people in my family. There's one person in my community who has got it. And what it is, it's a hormone that comes from the adrenal glands. And my body kicks out too much of this aldosterone and too much adrenaline. And it was found in my urine when I did a urine thing, when I had my high blood pressure test back in 2018. It was found in 2018, and they didn't do anything about it.
Wow.
And
aldosterone? Is that what it is?
Aldosterone, yes.
Wow.
And they're still assessing whether it's primary aldosterone or secondary aldosterone. Until they fully assess it, I won't get. And so at the moment, I'm on 11 medications. But once they confirm which of the 2 aldosterones I am, I'll have 1 pill to take daily, and that should stop everything that's because the aldosterone is damaging my kidneys, my liver, my lungs, and my heart.
Wow. Holy cow. That's crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Scary is what it is. That's scary.
And they didn't do anything about it when they found it in 2018. They just recorded that that's what it was, that the aldosterone was really high and the adrenaline was really high. And maybe it's a false positive, they said. Didn't do anything else.
Wow.
Just 1 thing a day.
That's insane. Woo. That's
but I'm still here, Cindy. And that's why.
And you look like you feel good.
I feel amazing.
I mean, you're such a bubble of energy on your videos. It feels me. When I come in there, I'll tell you, if you guys haven't seen Jo's videos, she is just wild. And it's so much fun because she laughs all the time. It's great. We need that because the world is such in a disastrous state.
Yeah.
It's like anybody that can make you laugh or even make you smile that's it. That's who I'm going to watch, because I don't want all the drama. I don't want all the hardcore, preaching and it gets like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. But let's relax and have a little fun, because it's so needed.
It's a
And
completely, and I think I feel it more because I had become that grey. I was literally grey coloured. My skin, for people of black, African American or for as we're Afro Caribbean, when we're unwell, the blood sort of drains from our skin, and then our skin gets almost like a grey shade. And I was just this grey shade, a big blob of grey, just sitting in the corner, snoring as she was trying to breathe. And I think I am so thankful. Every morning I wake up and I almost skip out of bed. I'm still struggling with my mobility, so I'm not properly skipping, and sometimes I fall over to get out of bed. But as I say, it's just I'm just so thankful to be here, and I tell my story so that people understand that when they're aware that their blood pressure is in stage 3, if nobody's doing anything about it, they need to put the energy in to do it. Because if you don't, you might end up that grey blob in the corner like I was.
yeah, see, I was on blood pressure medication as a teenager.
Wow.
For a lot of years, for like 50 years. And once I lost my weight, I didn't have to take it anymore. There was
Really?
I've never heard of them putting blood pressure in stages. So that's new for me.
Right.
But yeah, I've had it as high as 200 over 100 and something in the past. And it was like
stage 3.
My doctor would be my doctor that I had when I was younger, much younger. I would go in and he'd take my blood pressure, and I really liked him. So I wasn't tensed up, because there's that white coat syndrome that people talk about. And that's a real thing.
True.
True. So if you get tense and you go to the doctor, if you're nervous, that can be elevated blood pressure right off the bat. So it's important, if you have blood pressure issues, to have a cuff at home. And we're not doctors. This is not medical advice for everybody in YouTube land. Relax. This is just our experiences.
Exactly.
So, but it's like, it's really important to have one at home, because like my sister, actually, she had messaged me one day. She said, my blood pressure was really high. It was at the cardiologist office. And she said, but it's normal at home. I said, that's that white coat syndrome. I said, it's such a real thing. And you wouldn't think that's legit, but it seriously is.
And you feel it as well, don't you? If you are worried about an appointment, you feel your body tensing. So just that tension is then making your blood pressure go up, because you're contracting your muscles, aren't you? And then that's making the blood vessels smaller. So
just being nervous, any situation, it's not even going to the doctor. Any situation that makes you uptight you have the possibility of elevating your blood pressure. Well, but the doctors, I always was really, I would go in, and I told my sister this, and she's like, that's a heck of a way to live. I used to go to the doctor thinking the absolute worst, so that I always came out positive, because I never got disappointed. I was the biggest pessimist ever. Really bad. But this doctor that I had years ago, I would go in and my blood pressure would be really high. He would ask me, did you take your medicine? I forgot. And he grabbed me by the top of the hair one time, and I was sitting in a chair up against the wall, and he put his head on the wall. He said, what is it going to take? He said, this is the serious part. High blood pressure is a silent killer, because you don't feel bad. You have no idea that it's there, And I always felt great, but those numbers were telling different stories. And
And those
it was
numbers,
high
they
when I
was,
was home. It was like
yeah.
all the time. And when I started losing weight, my doctor then, he's like, why don't we take you off this medicine? I said, why don't we cut it in half? Because I've been on it so long, I'm afraid not to take it.
Ah, I get
And
you. Yes.
then it was probably about 6 months later, I said, all right, I'm done. And he's like, okay. He said, just, you don't need it. In
Let's
fact, the
go.
last time I was at the doctor, my blood pressure was 116/80.
Oh
And
my
I have had
goodness, that's
no
brilliant.
medication for the last 3 years, something like that.
And people will
Yeah.
tell you eating meat makes you unwell.
Yeah. I am so unwell. I've got one foot in the grave, It's like, right.
As you say, the idea of some of the things that we were even taught it at school, weren't we? The things that, can you remember the pyramid?
Yeah, they sit
Food
upside
pyramid.
down.
That's it. That needed to come crashing down, that food. It
Yeah.
did. But as you say, we were told, and then you'd go, luckily, I remember, I think it was about 2014. And I went to the doctors and I saw one lady GP. And she said, Joe, stick with low carb. It's the best thing that will ever happen to you. So nobody after that could tell me, what are you doing eating this meat, eating this butter, because back then I would have dairy, but now I've found out that I'm lactose intolerant. But I would eat lashings and lashings of double cream. Or do you guys call it heavy cream?
Heavy cream, it don't matter.
Yeah, and as you
Half and
say,
half, milk. It's all dairy, yeah.
but butter, I mean, I can still eat butter and I can still eat the cheeses. So apart from the soft cheeses, but I can eat the aged cheddar.
Nice. It's
So
good.
it's so
Josephine
good.
said, yes, she is from where you thought. Yes.
I thought so, because I'm sure I was in a conversation where they still have a Woolworths there.
Wow, I remember shopping at Woolworth years ago. There's not
I
one
can't
here,
remember.
that's for sure.
I
This
can't
is my
remember when they.
husband.
This is your husband. Hi,
Yes.
hi.
His actually name is Brian, but
I was going to say, I'm sure his name was Brian. Brian's a guinea pig.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's still watching. He pops in and says hi, and then he goes and does his thing.
Do you know what? Actually, I've just been editing my video, haven't I? And you guys get a mention, and I was supposed to tie it in with the pets theme because of Brian the guinea pig, but I didn't mention because my screen went off, so I missed the cue to say Brian the guinea pig, and instead I just said Cindy and Brian have been making this egg white bread recipe.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll tell you, I'm ChatGPT created that recipe for me, and after putting a lot of specifics in there with asking it, it's really good. It's the best I've had yet.
I think.
Megan is here. Hello, Cindy, Joe, and all. And I think I got it right, John.
Is that the pronunciation? I did not want to even attempt it.
I believe it's Gagan. Somebody else
Gagan.
that in the community, Emily and James from Ready Set Keto. Emily calls him Gougahan, but it's Gagan.
I think where she went there.
Yeah. Howdy, Kat, Lisa, and John.
Now, is she talking to a cat in the chat or Miss Mary?
Possibly. I don't know.
Miss Mary's always hiding behind my hair.
Mm-hmm. It's cute. I kept seeing this movement before we came on live, and I'm like, all right, what's behind you?
She's falling asleep now. Bless her. Normally she's there. She's more animated.
So furniture sales, not Facebook training. That's where I was going, what? And there's Lynn saying, hi, guinea pig, G pig. Now he's G pig.
G pig Brian, I love it.
I'm so glad my 2-week training is over. He's talking to Amy. Brenda Foley is here saying hi. Dustin is here. Good evening, Dustin.
It was Dustin I met. It was Dustin I met first in the tuber chat. And he gave me some wonderful advice about going live to help me with my watch hours. And ever since then, I was watching Dustin channel. I thought, this is great. I'm going to watch his lives. And then that's how I've met you guys. So started with you first, Cindy, then came onto your lives as well. And now I've got Carnivore Whisperer, Sean. I always say hello to Evelyn when Evelyn's in the chat. It's lovely. You guys are you're so welcoming. You really are.
Well, you know, that's the only way to be, you know, and it doesn't matter where you are, who you are, it does not matter. I've had one person in the chat one night that was less than kind.
Just one. That is brilliant.
Just one. And that was enough, because I don't deal well with stuff like that. I don't tolerate it.
I must admit, I try and get really good moderators so I don't see it.
Mm-hmm. See, I want to see it, and I want everybody else to see it, because this is the kind of thing that tears down this community.
Oh,
and you know, there's so much camaraderie within the community between keto, ketovore, carnivore, low carb, and now there's so many people against the GLP-1s and all of this. And it's like, but then they preach, find what works for you. That the N=1 experiment. You've got to do you. And that's, I've had people from all facets on here, whether it's keto, ketovore, carnivore, you want a GLP-1, I would bring on vegetarian or vegan. If they're in it for the right thing, if they want to better your health, because that's what it's all about, right?
100%.
I mean, we've all been on this
health.
We've all been on these roller coaster rides of weight loss and health, and you know, health journeys, and it's like, it's not easy, you know, but finding your niche, finding what works for you is so important, because that's what's going to be sustainable for you.
Exactly.
As long as your health is improving, that's what's important, you know. And it's like, there's nobody that is going to come in here and say different. And you know, they can say all they want, but it's not going to sit well. That's for sure.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I think for me, I always think about, because my channel is Sleep and Slim Down. The sleep is the most important part of my journey. And I can tell that whenever I'm not getting enough sleep or getting the right level of sleep, if Colin's not working for me properly, then I notice it, and I notice it in a drop in my health. And then maybe some of the cravings come back. Thankfully, I don't go down, because I know the damage. If the moment you start having any of the things that we used to once call treats, it's like, no, they're not treating you at all. They're making you feel lousy. And sure enough, this is maybe a little bit too personal, but we recently had a bereavement in our family, and that, you know, just that alone was getting, you know, where you're not sleeping very well and things. And straight away, all my skin has come out in the blemishes that I used to get before I was on the GLP-1. And when I think about it now, it's because there was one day when I think I got gluten-free cake. Just one day.
Yeah.
And my skin's it's like it's outraged. My skin is outraged at me. What were you thinking?
It's yelling at you.
It was sure letting me know. It wasn't not happy.
It is. It's telling you, what the heck are you doing? Lisa says, you're a ball of energy now, Joe.
Oh, exactly. Although I have to admit, I think I I think it's part of the aldosteronism thing. I think I get so excited because I'm never nervous. I've never been one of those people who's nervous. I've always been so excited. And I think I get to the point where I become giddy with excitement. And there's sometimes on my lives you can see that I've passed a point. I've become too giddy. And then after the lives, I'm like, I need to go and sleep. Find me my Colin.
Well, yeah, it's, I am such an insomniac. It's like I can stay. My husband he gets tired, he goes to bed. About 3 hours later, I finally stroll into bed. Occasionally, I'll fall asleep on the couch beforehand.
Right.
But I've been getting like 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night. So it's good. And I can function on less. But I used to only get 3 or 4 hours a night.
You could you function on 3 hours a night?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
it's not the best for your health for sure.
No.
So
no. And I think we've got this new generation, and I know people say that they're snowflakes and that they whinge a lot, but I think what they all actually do is they prioritize their own well-being. And I think, because can you remember back in the day when there'd be like the rat race and we were all encouraged to work incredible hours and take stimulants to stay awake, and as you say, and then you'd need 9 coffees to get up in the morning, and it's like that. It was never good for us. What were we thinking? Well,
I can honestly say I didn't do the coffee because I don't drink coffee.
Are you not a coffee drinker?
Ask Dustin, he'll tell you.
So you don't do the proffee then? You're not interested?
No, I don't drink coffee. My husband does, but I don't. Dustin says, hanging out in my little fortress of solitude.
Oh, bless him. He must be going live again soon.
Well, I don't know. John says, awesome testimony. You're getting it. My top weight was 367 pounds, now 197. Diabetes reversed. Fatty liver gone. Federal fat gone. Sure, that's supposed to be fatty liver, I imagine.
Yes.
All medications. Thank you for sharing and getting me through one more day. John, I still want you to come on and tell your story.
You have a story that needs to be told.
There you go. See, it's not just me.
And if you say it's a testament. There's somebody that your story will help out there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why it's so wonderful. I think that again, I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know whether there's a difference in the different social media communities. But I found this community on YouTube, and the community is growing, isn't it? Because of the cross-pollination.
Yes.
But it's so wonderful to hear successes like John's right there. That you're an inspiration, because now I know there's going to be some point that I will definitely be off those meds. Maybe I won't even need that 1 med a day that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe this will actually help control the aldosterone.
And you're not going to need that cane much longer either.
Oh my goodness. I'm not
You're
sure.
You're going to be up dancing freely.
Sir Michael, oh my goodness. Sir Michael gets me through so many things. I love him. When I'm struggling on the vibration plate, Sir Michael's there and I'm on the vibration plate with my cane in my
So your cane is Michael.
Sir Michael Cane.
And your CPAP is who?
Colin, the CPAP machine. He's my significant other. He holds me tight at night in a loving embrace.
You kill me.
Oh, I've got one more. I've got one more for you.
Oh yeah.
Heart Garfunkel is my heart monitor. And someone said, if Heart Garfunkel is your heart monitor, he is singing Cecilia. So now my heart is called Cecilia.
You're too much. You're funny.
But they all help.
Amy's talking about her sleep study. It was in a sleep hospital. Now, my husband's was a home test. He never went to a hospital either. It was all
Which,
home. But he got
which
the results back like instantly. It didn't take
like that.
7 months. That's crazy.
And as Amy was saying, they could spot straight away that she was struggling. So they
Right.
only left her doing it for an hour. Mine left my test results for 7 months before I had my funeral plan ready. I'd got
Oh,
all of my papers, because I live on my own. And my biggest concern was what would happen with Miss Mary if I didn't make it. And so I'd got
that's
all my funeral plans there. And it's like, now for the first 3 months of being on calling the CPAP machine and the GLP-1, I was amazed. I was just amazed. But it was more about getting my mind ready with the thought that I've got a future again.
Mhm.
So somebody said, oh, what are you going to do? You'll be able to go out again and you could be looking for love in all the right places. And I'm like, looking for love. It never occurred to me that was a thing anymore. Wow. Cindy, I'm only looking in the right places. I'm not looking in the wrong places.
Yes.
Michael's keeping me away from the wrong people in the wrong places.
Yeah, all you got to do is swing Michael at him. That's oh, Peter said just about all the health conditions are due to metabolic dysfunction, without a doubt.
So true.
Without a doubt.
And isn't it amazing that, I mean, I think now the endocrinologists are getting it, aren't they? They're appreciating the significance, but not all of them. And when you get your healthcare professional who is against the idea of you choosing to eat keto or carnivore or low carb, or the fact that you want to go on a GLP-1, or the fact that you want to do intermittent fasting, and it's like, you need to go back and learn something, because there's a whole lot of new learning out there that is showing this is the way. This is the way.
Let me tell you, Brian is a type 1 diabetic. And the endocrinologists are just insane. They're crazy. Some of them are just crazy. He's pretty much got to where, or between him and I, we've got her to the point where she just looks at him. I wish all my patients were like you. But in the beginning, she would argue the point. I mean, he was on a statin. He quit taking it. He was on blood pressure medicine. He'd wake up in the morning, his blood pressure would be so low, he'd be dizzy.
Oh, wow.
He quit taking it. And she argued the point with him. And I'm like, you're not living with him. You don't know what it's like when he wakes up and he can't hardly stand up because he's so dizzy. Because his blood pressure is so low. Wow. And I'm like, they say that the Diabetic Association says it's standard of preventive care for diabetics to be on these medications, because diabetes does exactly the eye roll. I love it, because diabetes does affect so many organs. And I get that,
True.
He's got to go see a nephrologist, which is a kidney doctor.
Yes.
I don't even remember when that is, but he has an appointment to go there because there was something off, and he had too much protein in his urine and whatever.
Yeah.
But his primary care doctor, that I don't care for, looked at the test and he said it's not as bad as what they make it out to be. So he's, he knows this, and he's got his numbers, and, we'll go, and he's been standing his ground. But I'll tell you, here in the United States, and this is a thing about insurance companies, because we almost had a problem.
Right.
Brian's last day of insulin that he had on hand was today. And he was having trouble getting his insulin refilled.
He's a type 1 diabetic.
Totally insulin dependent.
Why didn't he
finally got it today. Insurance companies are like, and we're retired. So he's got Medicare and he has Blue Cross Blue Shield Anthem federal plan because he worked for the government. And they had to fight. I mean, the pharmacy, the doctor called it in. The pharmacy had to fight with the insurance companies to get them to okay this insulin for him. And he needed it by tomorrow.
Wow.
And we picked it up this afternoon. I'm telling you, that was cutting it way too close.
Too close, that was.
It was crazy. So
Because
yeah,
you say,
it's just
type
nuts.
1. There's no way around it.
No,
It's insulin that's required, isn't it?
he would die without it. You know, he would have had to be in the hospital on an insulin drip where they could administer him some insulin because these insurance companies are fighting. It's just nuts.
It's scandalous.
Yeah. Fatty meat, eggs, and whole foods are the key to optimal health.
Yeah, and I think as well, I would say one extra thing as well on that one for anyone who is interested in their outer shell. The animal fats are fabulous for the skin, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
My friend was unpicking. Right, this is terrible. I've still got issues with my dexterity, so right by my roots, my hair becomes really matted. So my friend was unpicking it for me the other day. You know, like those monkeys. I'm sitting in front of the mummy monkey, and she's there picking at my hair. And she says, "Joe, I can't get over how thick your hair is now." And I'm like, "I've been on collagen for a year. I've been taking, and my collagen that I use is beef gelatin, chicken gelatin, and then all the skins and cartilage from my animals."
Yeah, it looks like your hair is very thick. Mine is so you can see it's so thin. I just got it cut too, so it's like whatever.
Your hair, I was going to say, your hair looks fabulous. I love what you've done with your fringe.
Always keep bangs.
That bangs, that's it. We call it fringe in the UK.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's up, Dustin? Lisa said she loves your singing.
I'm always singing.
So do we need to get you to sing?
I will sing whenever you want me to. Okay,
there you go.
The evening breeze, erase the trees, tenderly, boop bob away. And I'm always singing because at one point I could barely talk.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't sing very well, but there's always a song in my heart.
No, that was beautiful. I can't carry a tune for crap, so you're good. You are good.
I think I can sing notes, but just not in the right order.
Oh no, that was fantastic. Lynn says she subscribed to you recently, but haven't watched, but she will.
Oh, you, especially the lives. I have so much. You see, for me, again, you know the vlogs. I'm saying it right, vlogs, not vlogs. I used to do those weekly, and because for the 5 years that I was unwell, I was housebound, and then after I left my last job in November last year, I know no real social element because I wasn't awake for when my friend wanted to go out and have dinner around each other's houses and things. So those vlogs, I'd put a vlog out on Friday, and I'd be so excited for all the comments that would come in because it was my chance to have it was my social scheme. And you know, that's why I'm always on everybody's lives, because I love chatting with people. I love it. And now that's why now I can do my own lives. I get so excited, but I'm excited to hear about what's going on with them, because really there's nothing going on in these four walls. You know, Miss Mary the other day she was distracted by this. She was scared by the storm. That was the biggest thing that happened to me last week. So I go on live to find out what's going on in your lives.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, when I started my channel about 2 years ago.
Right.
About 2 years. And then Sana, Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Keto, her and I started doing the lives together. And then she was pregnant. She was having problems. You know, she has got a beautiful 1-year-old baby boy who is just gorgeous. And it, you know, it was her third child. But she took a step back from YouTube and all that. So I've been doing these ongoing since. And I love it because I get to meet people like you, and I've met Thomas and Lisa and, you know, so many others that have come on here, and then the meetups that I've gone to, you know, it's just fantastic to meet people.
I was watching one of the videos of the meetup. I can't remember whose channel it was. And it was lovely to see you all, just because you all knew each other. And there was a array of fabulous food, and I think somebody brought something, so everyone had brought something in, and I was like, that's community right there.
Yes.
That's community. And I think what also is great about it is whenever I think about communities before, like at work or at school, there used to be cliques. There's none of that. There's not a clique anywhere. You're so welcoming. Come and join us. Welcome in. And we feel like a warm, loving embrace as we just happen to land on any one of your channels or happen to fall into one of your lives. It's such a lovely place. I love it.
Yes, and you're always welcome.
Oh, you'll not be able to get rid of me now. Seriously.
Thomas said, "You seem bubbly. We need more bubbly."
More. Looking for the joy in life. That's what I do. I look for the joy, and even if I'm having a day where I'm really unwell, if I've barely slept, if my fibromyalgia is flaring up, it doesn't matter. I'll come on and tell you I'm unwell, but that's just to apologize for the fact that my energy is a little bit low. But I'm still really positive. I'm still celebrating everybody's. There was one when I was really unwell. I think I'd only had like 2 hours sleep. But I came on to do a recording because it was my friend's birthday, and I wanted everyone to sing to her. So like, come on, it's Louisa's birthday. We've got to sing. I was like this. We've got to sing.
Oh my goodness. Aaron is here. Booby Goats. Hi everyone. I've been listening 15,351 steps so far.
That's incredible.
You're killing it.
That is
my
incredible.
Goodness.
Oh wow, John.
I also had a 5 bypass heart surgery 4 years ago. Had a CIMT test done. He said I have the plaque of a 20-year-old. And now all heart medications, was bedridden April of this year, now walking. Dude, you really need to come in here and tell your story in person.
Yes.
And I know you said you're shy. This is so laid back, is it not, Joe?
Completely.
This is fun.
And again, John, everyone is here supporting you. So they just want to hear your story. No one's interested if you're going to be shy or nervous or look or appear, because I'm always tripping over my words. I will always get the wrong words out. Nobody cares because, as you say, they just wanted to connect with you and find out what has happened for you to inspire others. So, John, please come and join Cindy. She's so easygoing. It's lovely. I'm saying this, it's 12:30 a.m. in the UK, and I'm still here enjoying myself. So that's how easy it is, John.
Thankfully, you took a nap and you set your alarm and all that kind of thing.
Yes, I did. I was in my pajamas until 6 o'clock this evening.
That's the one thing to keep in mind with blood pressure. The automated cuffs are always high on me. The manual cuffs are normal. Some of us don't know how to read the manuals. He's married to a nurse, so hey, you know.
So we're getting this. I find, so when you was explaining your blood pressure, Cindy, yours would have been stage 3, because they think that's an urgent. You need to be seen urgently because you may in fact have a stroke or heart failure with the level of blood pressure that yours was on when you were younger. So when I was doing mine at home on my own and could see it was that high, it would frighten me. So I think mine would actually be higher when I was at home, because I was frightened about what that would mean for me being at home. I actually felt better being in the surgery or the doctors, the clinic, and having somebody there looking at it. And because I was with doctors and nurses.
Yeah. Well, it's great when you like your doctors, because
True.
that's important. If you
Makes a
don't,
world
or
of
if you're
difference.
going to a new doctor, like with my sister, going to a new doctor, going to the cardiologist, she was nervous, without a doubt. I
True.
know when I first went to a cardiologist, it was like frightening, because I'm like, our dad died of a heart attack, our mom died of a heart attack. It's like, hello,
Yeah.
it
And
just,
now I'm
the
seeing a
history
cardiologist.
is
Yeah, I get it. I
a
get
little
it.
leery. So yeah, it was crazy, but she's good. She's probably the healthiest one out of all four of us sisters. And
Fabulous.
she's amazing. She's amazing. Good evening and happy Friday, Erin. They're just saying hello. If anyone has any questions for Joe, please put them in the chat. Same thing for my brother and myself. I'm going to start doing interview
Ooh.
lives on Saturday mornings for those who are interested. Get at me.
That was interesting as well. I was on Keto Simple's Saturday live last week and realised it starts at 7:30 a.m. I was loving it. And I'm like, how is this many people 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning? Dustin, you bring a good community together. If people are coming at 7:30 in the morning. I know
I
Joseph
join when I
there.
wake up. I don't set my alarm. I can't. It's like,
Saturday.
I don't set my alarm unless we have doctor's appointments, and that's it.
That's it. If we could get some sleep, we're getting some sleep.
That's right. I do too. And then I get all kinds of crap when I get in there late. I'm just messing with you, Dustin. Thank you for putting that out as a testimony about the amazing things that the lifestyle offers.
100%.
Yep. Bring it on. Bring it on.
And if you tell one person, and then another person, you're making a difference, aren't you?
Yeah. I hope so. I hope everybody is making a difference in the community. I went to one of the meetups and Dustin was there. Him and I recorded, because everybody got up and told a little bit of their story. And you ever have any downtime?
I'll go. I've always got downtime.
It's the Eden meetup. There's 4 parts to it. In my live history. It's
in your
EATON.
channel. It's in your channel.
Yes.
Cindy Live History. Yep, I'll check those out.
There was from Eaton, Ohio. It's EATON. And there was a 4-part series so I could get everybody's stories in.
Oh, fabulous.
And it was great. Thanks to Dustin's help, because it was one that I didn't push record, or I had hit it off by mistake because I was holding my phone and it was like stupid. So Thomas says, Cindy, filling in some spots for my channel to interview individuals. If you would like to be on it, let me know. You let me know the time frame and we'll get it.
Wow.
And that goes for you as well, Joe Archer.
Fabulous. I tell you one thing though, I must admit, I don't mind being interviewed, but I like a good chat. So that's why, as I say, I've loved the fact that I could chat away with you, Cindy. And we're having a conversation, aren't we? Rather than it, because I'm not very good in interview situations where I'm having to just talk about myself, because I like to know about what everyone else is getting up to. So yeah. Stuart, I'm saying Stuart, Doubting Thomas, I'm remembering it's Thomas. If you want to have a chat with me, then I'm more than happy to come and join you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Paul is here. Hello, Paul. This guy is amazing too. He is also a type 1 diabetic, and he carries such a low A1C. It's a impressive.
Wow.
Absolutely impressive. For
Wow.
type 1, it's difficult, and he has mastered it. We called Woolworths the 5 and dime. Yep.
And did you used to have the pick and mix there? Because that was the thing that I remember of our Woolworths. There was just all of those sweets that you could just go with a little bag and pick some of them and mix it up. That used to be the big thing for us in the UK with our Woolworths.
Wow. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. I know we had this store downtown Cincinnati. Cincinnati is where I was raised.
Ah.
And there was this store, a friend of mine and I, we used to take the bus down every Saturday and would go into Newberry's, where they had a little diner, and it was inside a department store. So we'd go and we'd have lunch at the diner, and then we'd go shopping, and we'd leave and go take the bus and go back home. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
And those are wonderful memories, aren't they? They are wonderful memories.
Yes. And my husband says, "I'm here, squeak, squeak."
This is it. I've got to remember to put next time I do, and I put you in there, Sydney. I'm definitely referring to Brian as your guinea pig. I think that's brilliant.
You know, he started that when I asked him if he wanted to do some tasting when I'd make a new recipe on camera. He's like, "Yeah, I'll be your guinea pig," and it was like it just took off. And I don't know if you've heard this, but everybody else in the chat has definitely heard it. We went to a Columbus, Ohio meetup one time, and we're sitting at our table. Well, here comes Jeff Foltz, who was in the chat when he was walking and listening. He come over to our table. He says, "I want to meet the guinea pig." All right.
I love the logo. Sydney the guinea pig.
Dustin made that. The one that opens up at the beginning.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That is brilliant.
That's funny. He eats it up. He's so good about it. Hi, Nancy. This is another amazing lady who has an amazing story. I'm waiting for her to be ready to tell it. She's lost 165 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
she's amazing. Yep.
This is what I mean. It's the inspiration, knowing that it's possible to do it.
Yep.
And it's possible to do it with the foods that you actually really enjoy doing it on. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's a hardship, does it? The way that with me being keto but one meal a day, I'm loving it. Because as you say, I'm eating the best foods.
Guggen. No, it's not Guggen. See, John even said you pronounce it perfectly.
Perfect. You say it again. Gagan.
Gagan is the way he pronounces his name. Dustin's talking to Brian. Good. Sorting latch rug colors. He's doing a latch hook rug of Snoopy.
Oh,
Brian can do everything. I swear, the man can do anything.
Is he recording it?
I'm sorry.
Is he recording it?
Oh no, he doesn't.
This is the sort of thing that I find fascinating. I've just found a new community. Woodwork. I love just watching the woodwork videos. This is what I mean. I've got too much time in the house. Me and the cat. The cat doesn't speak. So what do I do?
Well, you know he does woodworking too.
Does he?
Brian has made pens on a lathe. He also has a laser engraver where he's made posters and cutting boards, custom ones, all that stuff.
My.
Yeah. So you're new to us, but that's been around for a while. We've done. Last Christmas, we had quite a few orders come in from the community for cutting boards. And I mean, Wednesday, be at our live, and we'll show some of his stuff.
Definitely show me some stuff.
Okay, we'll do that.
I love all of that. I love anything creative. I've always been creative, where we're enthusiastic more so than talented. But then when I was struggling with my fingers, it was breaking my heart because I just bought a sewing machine. I'd got knitting needles to do in, when the COVID and all of that was happening. And I couldn't do anything because my finger. But this weekend, I was at my friend's house with her son, her 12-year-old son, and he got me making Lego. He said, can you do Lego? So I couldn't do the really small pieces. I still couldn't handle the really small pieces. But the ones that were like that sort of size, I could handle those. I was just blown away.
Very good. Every little bit. That's just one of the what do they call them? I can't even think of the word for it. Non-scale victories.
Non-scale victories.
That's it.
In fact, I cannot believe I've not mentioned that one in my video. I'm going to feel really bad. Do I need to edit it again? I've just finished editing it, and that was the best thing that happened to me last week.
Save it for the next one. It's okay.
It will go in the next one.
That's right. This is Andy. Sorry I'm late, but you're here now. And hi, Andy and Susan.
Was it Andy and Susan? That's the one that I was watching, the last meeting.
Yep. Joe, you are such a sweetheart, says Lisa.
Lisa, I love you. I do love you. You're fantastic. I love her 50K walks.
Dustin, my man. Can you put Joe's channel? Actually, you know what? I have it right here. I was ready for it today.
Joe, and the sleep comes first because the health comes before everything. And that's the only thing. I don't preach it, but I try and reassure people. Those people that are trying to lose weight and they've been in that dieting rut for years, where they're on that roller coaster. I'm like, right. You know what? Stop putting all your energy into the scales.
I just popped it up there, Thomas.
Isn't that wonderful? I say stop looking at the scales, because that's not your measure of how well you're doing. Look at the non-scale victories and the wonderful things that are happening to your life and to your health.
How you feel, how your clothes fit, all that kind of thing. Yep. Yeah. Yes, I can tell if my rings are loose, I'm good. If my rings get tight, shit.
That's the measure now. I've just been able to fit into my ring that I bought myself when I was 30. And to be fair, it used to fit on this finger. It didn't fit on there. But I know I was thinking I'm not flipping the bird to anybody. But it gets to about there. But it actually now fits on here. And
nice.
It's a non-scale victory. But now I can use that one as my guide. If I feel that that's getting tight again, I'm not going to let it get tight again, because I'm staying away from those foods that make my skin flare up and my stomach flare up.
That's right. This is Terry, my terrific life. She is a lot of fun too. We're going to get together, Terry. Brian and I are going to come down to Knoxville.
Where's she? Knoxville?
Yeah, she lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's like 2 hours from us.
Ah.
And everybody's saying hi. Haven't seen you, Terry. Hope all is well. Exactly. Said I had to take a hiatus, but we'll start my lives again next week. I hope everything is okay.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're here. I did. She's saying hi to everyone. Thomas said, never mind. I found it and subscribed. I didn't realize that was you. Well, I put it up anyway. How about that? Is this Joe from Tuber Chat? Hey, lady.
Hey, Amy. It is. I subscribed to you straight away in that one. I think it was you and Dustin. I subscribed to you both straight away. And can I say as well, Amy, those thumbnails you put together, they're brilliant.
They're funny. They're funny. She just subscribed to you, Joe.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you, Amy.
It's awesome. It's
There's a
absolutely.
lot of Miss Mary in them, but she's not playing today. She's clearly tired.
She's like, I'm just going to sleep.
She's
It's
been
late
sitting behind
there.
here.
She knows it's bedtime.
I didn't
That's
set
why I have
my
to find a
alarm.
date. Yep. Stories are what will help us all. That's for sure.
100%, Thomas. 100%.
I will email you the dates I have open. I'm doing them for the most part Tuesday and Saturdays at 4 p.m.
Okay, what? That'll be
Saturday
9.
would be best for me, but 4 o'clock on a Tuesday is okay too. So I leave for bowling about 5 minutes till 6.
Are you a keen bowler then, Cindy?
I have bowled off and on since I was 9 years old.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And
Deb
are you
says,
in a team?
yes, are on a couple leagues. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. We have a tournament this Sunday. We have several tournaments coming up. It's about the season for them. I had just won last October. I bowled in a senior women's tournament for a chance to go to Texas to bowl to further the tournament, and I won that for my age group. So I just went to Fort Worth, Texas, and bowled. I didn't do so hot. I came in 14th place out of 34. It was all right.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Off.
Right. So that tournament is coming back up for Kentucky the beginning of October. So I'm bowling in it again for a chance to, this time is going to be in Wisconsin.
Oh.
So, yeah, so it's crazy. But my sister says, OMG, Joe is so funny. I just subscribed to her. He's a hoot, I'm telling you. Carnivores, for the most part, are lovely, lively people. We're happy to be alive and not hurting. Us keto folks are pretty much fun too, Miss Terry.
I love that though. Is that not a great life ethos?
Yes.
We're lovely. Yeah. We're just lucky to be alive and not hurting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful of that.
Terry just subscribed also.
Brilliant. And you know what I love about this subscriptions? You know, if you've got your subscriptions on, then I can see you subscribed and I can then find your channel and subscribe back. So you know I'm going to be subscribing to you all and finding out more. Well, I'm going to first watch Cindy's 4 videos from that Eating Live.
When you have a chance. But there's some very inspiring stories in there, and it's incredible.
And as you said, it's stories that make a difference.
And I'll tell you, Dr. Berry's name came up in everybody's stories. So in every video, I tagged Dr. Berry. And after one of them, he said, that was awesome. He actually commented.
Wow.
I'm like, ooh. Paul said, glad Brian was able to get that insulin. You're not kidding, because he was ready for a fight.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to speak up that time, because if it wasn't going to be happening, he was ready.
No one wants
that's awful.
To him in the hospital when the insurance should just be sending it out because they're type 1 diabetic.
Yeah, it's crazy. He should be stocked up on it, not waiting till the last minute.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Yeah. Being a truck driver and travel all over the country, I would stop at Walmart, pick up insulin over the counter plus the needles, no prescription needed. Wow. Lisa Marie says, beautiful voice you have, Joe.
Thank you. This is something else that I always laugh about, is the fact that in the UK, Nottingham, the centre of the country, we're considered to have the worst accents because we do not sound anything like the King's English. So I love it.
I personally, I love your accent. It's fantastic.
I had to have subtitles on my videos because sometimes people have no clue what I've just said.
No. And Susie said, you sing beautifully.
Thank you, Susie.
And there we go. John says, Cindy, I'll come on if I could get some of Joe's energy.
Bring it.
John. Just email me, dude. It's in the description of my videos.
I'm going to leave some energy right here in this box so that when
I
you
ha-
come, you can have the energy there.
I have a spot open September 26th, John. There we go. The only problem with that insulin, John, is that it's a much slower reacting. It's great to counteract a protein rise, which takes a while, but doesn't do well with a regular meal for type 1s.
Oh.
Yeah, what they use for type 1, there's no way of getting it over the counter. That's
Wow, right.
yeah. Dustin said she's met me.
I've definitely met you, Dustin. Dustin reached out to me when I was on Tuber Chat and helped me because I think I asked the question in the chat. I'm struggling with my vlogs getting any views. And he says, you've got to go live. And I love the live. I love the lives. They are exhausting, but I love them.
You don't have to edit them.
That
I don't do hardly any editing anyway, but this is like, shoot. On my videos, if I screw up, it's going in because
it's got to go in.
It's real life. It's all it is. So Dustin has a question. Are you in the UK, Joe?
I am, Dustin. I'm in the UK.
You can't tell by her accent, dude.
It's because I've not got the King's English.
Sin, we have a new place to visit. Yeah, UK. I have never been out of the country, don't have a passport.
Oh.
It is but for T1s, we need a faster reacting insulin like Humalog or Novolog or Fiasp or other rapid acting to counteract post-meal rises or correcting, any highs. Are great to counteract protein.
Right.
I told Brian, living with him when he's Erin's doing great on her steps. When his blood sugars go up, I know to leave him alone. I learned that over the 21 years we've been together because he gets crabby and he can get mean. And I'm staying away. When his sugars are low, he just sits there and he doesn't, he just looks like he's not, I can tell he's not well. Yeah. And it's like, it's just a whole learning experience when you live with a type 1 diabetic.
So when his bloods are high, his blood sugars are high, is that when he needs to take a shot?
He's on an insulin pump. So he's constantly his insulin going through. When he eats, he has to enter the number of carbs he's eating.
Right.
And typically that will keep him stabilized all day if he does that on a regular basis. There are occasions where he gets up over 200 or something on his glucose and it will linger, and it's so hard for him to get it back down that it's like, but he's working at it. He can adjust the numbers in his pump, to do more or less insulin at various times of the day. But then the endocrinologist wants to fight him on that and say, this is making the pump shut off, which is going to create those spikes, and it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Can I ask you then, Cindy, was that one of the drivers for you both doing low carb and keto or carnivore?
No. My sister got me started.
With Deb?
Yes. Her daughter, Deb's daughter, was diagnosed with fatty liver disease.
Right.
And Deb had researched different diets, and she found keto and heard Dr. Berry many videos of his and told her daughter, if you do this, I'll do it with you. And Deb really didn't have a whole lot of weight to lose, and she's she's never been on prescription meds except when she had COVID. And for the most part, that she's been, like I said, she's been the healthiest one of all. But we have two other sisters, and we have a Facebook chat, messenger chat between the four of us. And she kept throwing in these things about keto. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm like, she started in June of 2020. By the end of September, I told my husband, and everybody in the chat has heard me say this, including Debbie, I'm going to do this just to shut her up because I was tired of hearing it. And I knew our other two sisters were not even going to touch it. It was like, nope.
Not for us.
You know, and every day she knows how much I appreciate
the difference in your life. Just
everything. I mean, I had lost 100 pounds in 22 months.
Oh my goodness.
On keto.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Got off of the blood pressure meds after 50 years, like I said. And I just feel so much better. And, I owe it to her. She keeps saying, oh, you did the work. But if it hadn't been for her persistence and all that, it wouldn't have happened. I know it wouldn't have. And I probably wouldn't be here today because I was up to almost 300 pounds. And when I got into under 2, it was like,
yes,
I hadn't been there for years. But it was crazy. I
reached Tudeland a couple of months ago, and I was just beyond excited because, as you say, I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought they would have. I even put in my funeral plans, get me cremated first. I don't want anyone struggling with me at the funeral. I don't want my funeral to be about how big the coffin is, or because I was like, that was all my life was going to be. I was just this grey lump that was sat in the corner, and I didn't want it. So to get into the 2s, so am I 272 now? Did you say, Cindy? 272.
I'm sorry.
Am I 272 now? Did you say from working it out?
270. I believe so. You're gonna make me do that again. 272. It was still on my phone.
Yeah, that is, as I say, the idea now that I can lose the 100 pounds. I could even lose like John did and lose 160. Was 160, 165? It's
167, I believe, is what he lost.
It's so amazing, but it's doable, isn't it?
It is. You just have to stay the course. And it's when I started, Brian hadn't. That you had asked about that.
Right, you asked about the carbohydrates.
And Brian had gotten into a state of depression. He had a really bad fall in 2018-19, and he broke his right heel, his left ankle, and his left wrist.
Oh,
he couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
that was the last day he worked. He had to leave a job of 30 years that he loved, and he was really depressed for a while.
Yeah.
After he started seeing changes in me, he said, I'm going to do this with you. And it was just a few weeks after I had started. And he never looked back. He never looked back. His A1C, it went from 7.9 to 6.4. And he's doing really good. So, and he feels good. So,
and that's what you were saying before. You feel good. That's the motivation to keep doing it, isn't it? And the food's
Absolutely.
great. The food is great.
Squeaky monkey coconut. Hello. Hello. I love it. Better late than never. That's right. That's right. And if you miss it, there's always that replay. My blood pressure was 220 over 110 when I was diagnosed. Yep.
Wow. So again, Amy, you'd have been stage 3. You'd have been where they were looking at a stroke risk or a heart.
Oh yeah, that's what the doctor always told me. When your bottom number is the one they're mostly concerned about. So that 110, when that hits over 100, you're about at stroke stage.
Yes.
And that's the one thing that it kept coming at me. And it was like, I was blessed. I never had a stroke, never, knock on wood, haven't had a heart attack, nothing. Yet anyway.
And as you say, the fact that these things happened in time, The fact that you made the changes in time. Look at Nancy. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Look at Lisa, 17,000. They're all doing mine for me. I don't have to. Send me, Dustin, if I'm not working, I will help you out, and hopefully you can help me out. That's with different live streams.
And I had only just got out of bed as well, to be honest.
Want to hear a person's story, having a good chat. Yes.
100%.
Awesome carnivore whisperer. I'll email you, send you the open slots. I just want to get through these really, really quick because I know it's late for you.
Oh, yes, it's after 1 now.
Of course, my interviews are more like a chat. It is called Chewing the Fat, Joe. This.
Oh,
say it all.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely coming over to chew the fat.
$5 and dime. That would be penny candy to us. That's right.
Oh, they were the ones we used to grab them from, put them in a bag, and then take them to the counter. Oh, yes.
Nancy said, I'm really trying to stay consistent every day and be accountable. It's helping me. Nancy, your Facebook lives are amazing. And I'm telling you, you're ready for YouTube. You just are. The shorts that you're putting up on Facebook would be, you would be doing well with shorts on YouTube. I remember grocery stores had the candy bins and you would get candy by weight. Yes. It's crazy how those just went away and we didn't really notice.
Oh, yeah, it was a sad day, wasn't it? It was a sad day.
Yeah, come on, Cindy. Those were the days. I remember the candy section with paper bags. Brian, you're another one I'd like to get you on here. You just,
Isn't it hilarious that we're all talking about this candy section as we're all low carb keto?
Yeah, cool name for an interview series there, Thomas. Yeah.
A fabulous name.
Thank you. Fresh Time has bins of nuts and some candies. So they're out there. I don't want any. The nuts I could deal with. I don't want the candy. Five Below still has those candy bins. Yes. I knew there was a place I had been that still had them. I was trending low the other day when I was in there and had to pay a dime for a Laffy Taffy. I forgot how much I liked the banana ones. Uh-oh. I ever hire for those who want logos and fun things for your channel.
Oh, wonderful. I love this Cindy and guinea pig one. I thought it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
He did that because I don't have all that fanciness. He said, here, just take this. Just do this.
It looks fantastic.
He's been trying to do an intro for me for my lives, but I don't have one. I could put that up on Wednesday if I knew how to.
I remember you didn't want any of those long intros. There's some really long ones, aren't they?
Some of them are very long. I can't stand them.
I
want to watch a video. I want to get to the video. I don't want to deal with all of that. Brian went from the guinea pig tester to opening up his own little Brian's Diner. When I was in Texas, okay, for that bowling tournament.
Yeah.
I had Brian record or take pictures of his food because that's the video I put up that I've been behind on, but I've been trying to get them all up. Weekly, what we eat videos.
Yes.
And at one point in one of the videos that he sent me, he said, "Hi, this is Brian."
Brian is saying, if the video's worked and you got the data set up, you should franchise it.
Oh, God. It's crazy. Dustin does great work, Amy said. Yeah, he does. He does. My husband stays a child. He told me a long time ago he's never going to grow up. So she's up.
And
Josephine's here. Juliana, hello. And Josephine said, did I hear Cindy say the S word? I don't think so.
Was the F word sugar?
Sorry. Well, shoot. If I did, I'm so sorry. George, good enough. So this is where everybody feels at home. Very nice. And hello, George.
Oh, thank you, George. Are you from the UK as well, George, or originally from?
I'll get with you, Terry. I don't know yet, but we'll have to make that happen because you're only a couple hours. Howdy, Amy. Had a late night, still waking up. Good morning, smiles and singing. Always a great way to start my day.
What time is it where you are, Josephine?
Ooh. All right, I will catch it. Cindy is a bowling champ. No, everything's fine. Had a lot going on at the end of August. Needed the mental and physical rest.
Good.
I get
and
that.
It's good to it's good to prioritize your health, physical
Yeah.
well-being.
Aaron says, I want mental and physical rest. I don't know how you're going to get that with 10 kids, young lady. I just don't know. Aaron, you won't get your steps in, but honestly, rest is just as important. That's
true.
Right.
True.
And George subscribed to Joe too.
Thank you, George. As I say, I'll subscribe back to any channels you've subscribed to me.
And Terry agrees with me. Your dialect is delightful. George says, Joe, in 1986, I got engaged to be married in the old trip to Jerusalem and Nottingham.
No way! That is literally 2 minutes away from where I live. No way! And this, am I right, George? That's the oldest inn in the UK, the old trip to Jerusalem.
Wow.
So that was 1986. Wow. Well, they do say the Nottingham girls always sweep a man's heart away.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one without a passport. Nope.
Josephine, you need to get a passport. We all need to go over for the next meetups.
There you go. Terry has one and has no problem traveling, Joe.
You come over.
Cumberland Hood used to hang out. I can show you Stonehenge.
Oh, you're Stonehenge way. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a beautiful part of the country. And they speak much better down there. I
would love to see both. What's the best time of year to visit the UK, weather-wise?
You can never predict the weather in the UK.
You can't predict the weather anywhere. It's like, if you don't like it, wait a minute, because it'll change. And Jeff made it back. I'm at 10,500 steps. Everybody's doing our walking for us, Joe.
That's it. You guys keep doing it.
That's right. So it says summer from June to August, but the weather is unreliable. The Great British Meetup is June 13th next year near Glastonbury.
Wow. Right. We're going to have to keep in touch.
You're going to have to go.
I'm seeing it's MEAT. You have to tell me, George, if they've got good brisket there. Because I've been telling everybody we cannot get good brisket in the UK.
You're going to have to go, Joe. You're just going to have to go to it.
And I think I might be able to get there now. This is the point. Now that I've got Sir Michael, I mean, I'm still doddery on my feet.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe in June, this time next year, hopefully I'll be even stronger.
Right. June 13th next year near Glastonbury.
And that's literally the same sort of time as the Glastonbury Festival. Is it? Or are they doing one next year?
Terry says, sounds like a perfect time of year for her. I will definitely consider this.
Definitely bring your umbrella, but also bring sunscreen, because we are getting some really good temperatures. Just, I mean, I know that the whole world's heating up, isn't it? But we had, I think, because we do Celsius or centigrade, but it was 39 centigrade. I cannot remember what that is in Fahrenheit. That was 2 years ago, and that was on my birthday. It was 39, and that was when I was still. You can't do hot weather when you're that inflamed, can you?
Yes. George says, I also do a lot of work with Stephanie Taylor at Happy Sexy Health. She's got an amazing story of cancer survival. Wow. Way to go, Jeff. I'll have to look her up. Thanks for the info. Yes, you're welcome. Juju says, I'm getting a very chopped up sound. Is it me or anyone else? I do not get it. Lisa said chopped for me too. I'm sorry.
Are you sure that's not my accent?
That S word really is a bad one. I didn't say it.
What was the next one?
I didn't say it. Yes, Joe. Had to call Miss something funny by the looks. Now, it's just
we've been laughing all the time, Josephine. We can't tell you which one it was.
Yeah, I think somebody said I said the S word, and I don't know what S word I said, but I'm sorry.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Her channel. There you go. All right. If anybody, we've been it, and it is very, very late for her, and I feel bad holding you up to go get your sleep.
Look, the cat is telling me, I knew it was sugar. There's a bad word in these parts.
Anyhow, I want to thank all my members that I have scrolling across the bottom with your support. It helps me pay for the streaming service that has just gone crazy in price, but I totally appreciate every one of you. And Joe, I can't thank you enough for coming on here this late at night for you, and it's like
enjoyed it.
It's fun. Sometime on the weekend, if you want to do it live, you hit me up. I'll be there.
Definitely. I'm trying to work out on the hours that are best in the UK and the US, because the other thing is I struggle to schedule anything because of my tiredness. So that's why whenever I go live, it's literally just when I'm awake.
Mm-hmm. So you do instantaneous lives. You don't schedule them.
Not at all.
I have to.
The other day I had a live because there was a storm and Miss Mary was frightened to death. And it's like, go on live and just feed the cat treats.
They're all saying good night. But I want to thank everybody in the chat for joining us on this Friday evening. Because goodness knows y'all could be doing anything else on a Friday night.
It's been wonderful.
Like I said, Joe, I can't thank you enough. And it's been great getting to know you better.
You too.
And those that haven't subscribed to her yet, you're missing out, because she is a ball of fire. She is so much fun. Me,
I'm wondering
and repeat. Terry says this was fun, ladies. Having fantastic. And I want to say before I go, and on a sad note, and I hate to end it like this, but I meant to say something earlier. I want to send my deepest sympathies to Anita Breeze, ketogenic woman. She had put up a video today. Her sister was murdered. And my sincere sympathies. She is an amazing woman. If you guys don't follow her, she's been out there for a long time. But yeah, so all prayers and everything go out to Anita. But don't want to end it like that. But I wanted to say something because I just saw her video this morning, and it's just been heavy on my heart. So,
well, one thing we all do know is that life is precious, isn't it?
oh yeah,
And
without a doubt.
sincere condolences to Anita.
It's
Wow.
like I put up on my Facebook page, I put up a positivity quote every day on my keto support page. The other day, it says, live your life to the fullest because every moment of every day is what matters. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow you can't predict. You got to live for the moment because that's all you have. And it's great. I just love it. Anyhow, yeah, I heard that prayers for Anita. Yes, great chat. Thank you, Lynn, and thank you all for being here. And she is a wonderful person. And so is Joe.
And so is Cindy. And so is Cindy.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me on here.
You're welcome. And everybody else have a great night. You hang on for a second, Joe. And good night, everyone.